Do good business with Vati of Sweden. Business for SDGs Change Leaders. Episode 1. Jakob Nielsen.
Hi, welcome to my program, and welcome everyone to listen to Jakob today, Nielsen. He will tell us a little bit more about working with startups and how to apply the SDGs into business strategy for startups. And actually, we're sitting in the middle of the hotspot for innovation in the world. Actually, we're in the south of Sweden at a place called Ideon Science Park. And Jakob is working with several impact programs and startups. Let's see, so I get it right before before he will introduce himself. But I know that you're part of Sony Startup Acceleration Program for Europe, and also Ideon Open Beyond program, and Impact Startup Sweden. So yes, it's a lot of programs that you're involved in right now. And I also happen to know that you're a DJ.
I am.
Yes.
I am, yes.
So welcome, Jakob, to this program, to my program, and please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Eva. Thank you. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be part of your program here and to tell more about myself and what I'm doing. So right now I'm coaching startups and innovation projects in this region. And I have the opportunity and an honor to be part of different areas of the innovation system. So I'm coaching innovation projects from large corporations.
Yeah.
I'm coaching startups within tech in the Sony Acceleration Program, and I'm also coaching startups that has a great impact in social, environmental, and prosperity in the Impact Startup Acceleration Program. So I'm focusing on business development and coaching of leaders, entrepreneurs, and really forerunners.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
I'm like I'm blushing when I'm sitting here with you. That's really amazing.
Yeah.
But you enrolled my program, Business for SDGs, for a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And why did you decide to join that program?
For me, sustainability has been a main focus during my life, my entire life. But some years ago, I decided to leave the corporate world. I was having a great position in a corporate and decided to leave to start working with startups.
Yeah.
And to take all my experience and competence from large, very well-developed companies and use that to make startups with a more sustainable target grow. And that led to, so I joined a startup, and then I led to that I'm working on a more broad perspective with business development. And so sustainability is key for me. And sustainability in different aspects of the business. So sustainable management and sustainability in the sense of reaching the goals in a way that all the peoples actually are still in the company.
Yeah.
And also bringing impact not only to the wallet of the owner, so the prosperity, which is an essential part. I love business. But also to get these startups and entrepreneurs to make a difference in the world from an environmentally perspective and social perspective. So I've been working hard to coach and to develop companies that actually can make a great impact on for example, environmental issues. I've been part of the Aeon Accelerator. The Aeon is a power company.
Yeah.
And so we accelerated companies that has an impact in sustainability, in the power grid, in different other aspects.
Yeah.
So that brought me to the very natural step of learning more about the SDGs, as so many world leaders has decided to go for this for the goal 2030, and I wanted to know more. I wanted to use it as a tool in my coaching and in the everyday life with entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
That was the driving force. I didn't know too much about it, so I was just like, I have to learn about this. So I joined the course.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I'm really happy you did.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
And I can see you're using it also in your work.
Yeah.
It's really fantastic.
Yeah.
So if you just explain a little bit, how did you benefit from the course? How has it? What has it gained?
First and foremost, it broadened up my mind.
Yeah.
I understood that there is a lot of work done in this area. A lot of very intelligent people has put effort in thinking about how sustainability could be performed in everyday life, in all different aspects of our life, in our work life, in our societies, and regarding environmental development. So I use it in my coaching. I use it in startup dialogue. I prompt every startup that I meet to really think about what impact do you do?
Yeah.
What kind of goal do you actually target? How do you do that? How could you measure it? I strive to be involved in all the acceleration programs and all the innovation system parts that I'm coming across to think about the SDGs.
Yeah.
Have you mapped your daily operations against the SDGs?
Yeah.
Have you thought about what kind of companies you're recruiting to the different accelerators? What kind of goals do they communicate? Do you even ask for? So I put a lot of nasty questions after this. And I also helped already running businesses to study, to learn about the SDGs, and also to start reflecting and analyzing their own business. And seeing great value.
Yeah.
I can see that it after a while, when they start to understand the impact and the common language of the SDGs, there's something start boiling.
Yeah. Okay.
It happens, and
that's cool.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
and it brings value.
Yes.
It brings value to the companies, to the employees, to stakeholders, to steering committees, and even investors.
Yeah, that was actually one of my questions. Like, why should companies or startups work with the SDGs? So
let's say if you have a startup and you are looking for investments. Today, investors are really focused on SDGs and sustainability. If you don't have it, it's okay. But if you have it, it will show you that you have been thinking much more thorough, and you're aware of the future. And most of the investors are looking for companies that will gain a lot of money, and they will not do that if they don't correspond to the SDGs.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely clear. If I go to a pitch event and I have 10 pitching companies and one of them are showing what SDG goals they are working towards, that's the one people come to and say that's the most mature and most investable company.
Woohoo! Listen to that.
Yes.
That's great.
And even better if you have a company already got investments and you are seeking for an you want to be bought, acquired by a large corporation, a global player maybe. If you don't know your SDG goals, what kind of goals you're working towards, it's like not being mature. You haven't done your homework.
No, exactly.
If you do it, and the large corporation does it as well, and you match, then the value of this business will be higher. I'm very, very sure.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So, I mean, companies that are just entering into the sustainability and SDGs, what advice would you give them? Where should they start their sustainability journey or their SDG journey?
I think it all starts with education and being aware. And I would say that I started as I attended the course,
Yeah.
learned the basics.
Yeah.
What are the 17 goals meaning? What are the targets beneath the goals? How could you work in everyday life with these goals?
Yeah.
And then, of course, a lot of organizations behind, all the research, all the articles written, all the books written about the targets and what you could do and the benefits of it.
Yeah.
And when you start educating the employees, that could be the management, to have a crash course and explaining how to do this.
Yeah.
Then you also start thinking, okay, what are our business doing?
Yeah.
Could we, in some very easy way, report that in an annual report, for example? Or in the annual meeting, tell us what have you done to point at the SDGs.
Why do you think that's important to report and communicate?
I think it's crucial to report and communicate, because if you don't do that, people will not be aware that you're working towards the SDGs.
Exactly.
I happened to meet a multi-billion company the other day. They're doing a lot of things in sustainability, but they are not pairing it with the SDGs yet. And we're talking 2020 now.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, and it's a public company.
Okay.
So it's on the stock exchange, and analytics and investors are looking for this.
Yeah.
And this company they have to do this in a very short time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the great investor houses will say, well, it's not corresponding to our goals, so we have to invest in other companies corresponding to our goals. So it will be a driving force.
Yeah. For reach a market.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. It's really interesting to listen to you, how you apply your knowledge and what you see in the also in the investor world, what the investors are looking for right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And you could read articles about it. You see it in the news, and pairing what investors read or write in articles, and then talk with companies that are noted on stock exchange market. Then it's obvious that if you're not SDG aware, you have some homework to do immediately.
Exactly, and I have a reflection on that in my experience is that, Swedish and Nordic companies are, they are almost there with the SDGs.
Yeah.
But they haven't done the mapping and the homework of, communicating it.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sustainability has been on the agenda for a long time.
Yeah.
Really long time.
Yeah.
And fossil fuel decrease and etc. But to map them towards SDGs, that's still not on the agenda yet.
No.
And the large corporations I think they lack the opportunity to get easy and understandable training, and to pair that with some kind of output. What is in it for us? Yeah. And now it starts to be very clear.
Yeah.
What's in it?
That's good. And I used to say that connecting or combining sustainability with your purpose and profit, if you may say so, equals good business, because you can do business from sustainable thinking, right?
Yeah.
What do you say about that?
I think it's a must.
Yeah.
If you are a startup today, you cannot start a company without thinking sustainability.
Yeah.
You have to be profitable.
Yes.
Of course, you have to have economy and you have to build prosperity.
Exactly.
But if you don't have a stronger why you're doing this business than profit, then you will not be successful.
No.
You have to have a product or service that has some kind of bearing on sustainability in the world, make an impact. And if you already are an existing business, you could pair what you already do in sustainability. And that could be for your personnel, for your employees. It could be for stakeholders, for suppliers, for customers, etc. But if you make the stakeholder analysis and check out what kind of sustainable actions do I actually do for these groups, then you will find that you could start mapping it,
Yeah.
reporting, setting targets, setting even higher targets next year, and start being a more sustainable and aware company.
Yeah, thanks. Well, thank you, Jakob, for sharing your knowledge and your experience and expertise within this area. So I would like to ask also for the viewers that who should connect with you on LinkedIn, for example?
So if you are interested in innovation and business development in the area of south of Sweden or northern Europe or globally, having questions about innovation paired to sustainability, connect with me. I have great experience in business development, investment pitching, startups. So if you're in the area, connect with me.
Yeah, do that, because Jakob is great. And I also love the fact we haven't talked about that so much, but the fact that you are a DJ and love music and
part of being DJing is to be very sensitive to what's cooking.
In what way?
To be able to sense in what direction people's needs and wishes are going.
In the moment of the...
In the moment, exactly.
Wow.
And also being a DJ is a great training for standing on stages, not being afraid of meeting people's expectations and demands.
Okay.
In real time.
So I'm waiting for an invitation, because I know that you are a great DJ. I've heard a lot about your DJing, and I also happen to know that you're really expensive.
That's the way.
So I would like an invitation.
I don't do public DJ gigs, so you have to hire me.
I have to hire you. I cannot afford that.
Okay.
But maybe someday.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much, Jakob.
Thank you very much, Eva, for having me here.
Yes.
And good luck with everything.
Thank you, and you too.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Dare to lead. For more information and inspiration on how to contribute to a better world by doing better business, visit vateofsweden.com.